There is a product sitting in a little blue tub at every drugstore in America that costs about $4, has barely changed its formula since 1872, and quietly does the job of about 30 other things you are currently overpaying for. Your grandmother kept it on her vanity. Your mother probably forgot it. And dermatologists, after decades of dismissing it as old-fashioned, are now quietly admitting that the women of the 70s were right about it all along. It is petroleum jelly, plain Vaseline. And today, I am giving you 25 things it does so well that the beauty industry would honestly rather you never remembered it exists. Stay to the end, because a few of these are the exact tricks women now pay $40 and $50 to get out of a fancier jar that contains the very same thing. And the story of where it came from is half the reason it deserves your trust. Back in 1859, a young chemist named Robert Cheesebro was visiting the oil fields of Pennsylvania when he noticed the rig workers smearing a gooey residue from the machinery onto their cuts and burns, swearing it healed them faster. He took it home, spent years refining it into a clean, odorless jelly, and patented it in 1872 as Vaseline. He believed in it so completely that he reportedly ate a spoonful every single day, and he lived to 96. The point is not that you should eat it. Please do not. The point is that this is not some trendy product cooked up by a marketing team last year. It is a 150-year-old workhorse that earned its reputation on the hands of laborers, long before anyone built an industry around hiding it from you. Before the list, one thing you must understand, because it makes every hack work and stops you using it wrong, which is the only way it ever disappoints anyone. Vaseline is not a moisturizer. It does not add water to your skin. What it does is seal. It forms a thin barrier on the surface that stops the moisture already in your skin from evaporating, and it locks out wind, cold, and irritation. Dermatologists call this occlusion, and it reduces water loss through the skin by over 98%, more than almost any luxury cream ever made. So the golden rule that runs through this whole list is simple. Always apply it over slightly damp or freshly moisturized skin, so you are sealing water in, not painting a barrier over a dry surface. Hold on to that, and here are your 25. Number 1. The overnight lip mask. Your lips have no oil glands of their own, which is exactly why they crack and flake the moment the air dries out. A thick layer before bed seals them all night, and chapped, peeling lips heal by morning. This is the original lip treatment, and it quietly outperforms most of the tinted lip masks selling for $20 in pretty pots. The trick is generosity here, a proper coat rather than a thin smear, because the lips need a real seal to hold moisture through the night. Number 2, face slugging. Sealing your night cream or a few drops of serum under a thin layer of Vaseline lets your skin repair in a sealed, hydrated environment for 8 hours. Dermatologists rebranded this as slugging and wrote trend pieces as though it were a discovery. It was not. Your grandmother did it with the blue tub before anyone gave it a name. It works best on slightly damp skin, and you keep it lighter near anywhere you tend to break out. This single habit, done a few nights a week, does more for dull, tired, dehydrated skin than most of the expensive night creams it quietly replaces, and you wake up with skin that looks plumped and rested. Number 3, cracked heels. A generous layer worked into clean, slightly damp heels at night, then a pair of cotton socks pulled over the top, and you wake to softer, less painful skin. Do it for a week, and rough, splitting heels genuinely transform for a fraction of the cost of a heel balm. If your heels are very rough, gently buff them with a pumice first, so the jelly can sink in and do more of its work. Number 4, cuticles and nails. A small dab massaged into dry, ragged cuticles softens them, stops hangnails before they start, and keeps brittle nails from splitting and peeling. It is the cuticle oil you simply do not need to buy, and it works just as well. A few nights of this, and even badly neglected cuticles look healthier, which instantly makes a bare or polished nail look more cared for. Number 5. Locking in moisture after the shower. The single most powerful moment to use it is the instant you step out of the shower onto skin that is still damp, because you trap that surface water against your body before it can evaporate. This one-timing habit transforms chronically dry skin more than switching to any expensive lotion ever will. Pat your skin, do not rub it fully dry, then seal it while it is still slightly wet, and the difference within a week is genuinely surprising. Number 6. A cold weather barrier. In harsh wind and biting cold, a thin layer on the cheeks and around a red raw nose when you have a cold shields the skin from chapping, windburn, and painful flaking. It is exactly what protected farmers and children through brutal winters long before anyone bottled and sold barrier cream. It is also a quiet lifesaver for runners and skiers who swipe it on exposed cheeks before heading out into the cold. Number 7. Anti-chafing. A simple swipe along the inner thighs, under the arms, or anywhere skin rubs against skin eliminates the friction that causes raw, painful chafing on a hot day or a long walk. Athletes, dancers, and brides in long gowns have quietly relied on this trick for as long as the tub has existed. It outlasts powders and balms made for the same job because it does not absorb or wear off the way they do. Number 8. A brow gel. The smallest amount smoothed up through your eyebrows tames every stray hair and holds them in a soft, full, brushed-up shape with a natural sheen. It is the $4 version of the $15 clear brow gels that, when you read the back of the tube, are doing essentially the same thing. Brush them up and out toward the temple for a lifted, fuller-looking brow that subtly opens up the whole eye. Number 9. A glossy eyelid. The tiniest touch patted over your eyeshadow or onto a bare lid gives that editorial glazed wet look finish that fashion magazines charge designer prices to sell in a pot. A little goes an extremely long way here, so start with almost nothing and build. Place it only on the center of the lid for the most flattering effect and avoid the crease where too much can travel and smudge. Number 10. A cream highlighter. Dabbed lightly along the tops of the cheekbones, the brow bone, and the cupid's bow, it catches the light and gives skin a dewy, lit-from-within glow that the eye reads as youth and health. Mature skin benefits most because it restores the natural luminosity that drier, older skin gradually loses. For a soft focus, just stepped-out glow, blend it where the light naturally hits, and let the rest of your skin stay matte by contrast. Number 11. A gentle eye makeup remover. Vaseline melts even stubborn waterproof mascara and eyeliner without the harsh scrubbing that drags at and ages the delicate skin around the eyes. Smooth a little on, wait a few seconds, then wipe gently with a soft cloth and the makeup lifts right off. Just keep it out of the eye itself. It is gentle enough for the most stubborn, long-wear formulas that would otherwise need aggressive scrubbing, which is exactly what you want to avoid near the eyes. It dissolves the makeup so completely that you can often remove an entire eye look with a single soft pass, which protects the lashes from the breakage that constant rubbing causes. Number 12. Prepping dry patches before foundation. Foundation clings to and cakes on dry, flaky skin, dragging attention to every line. A tiny bit of Vaseline pressed into those dry patches first gives your makeup a smooth, hydrated surface to glide over, so it sits like real skin instead of settling into your creases. Give it 30 seconds to sink in before you apply your base, and you will see foundation glide instead of grab. Number 13. A glossy lash conditioner. A tiny smear brushed onto clean lashes at night conditions them, makes them look darker, fuller, and glossier, and keeps them from going brittle and snapping. It will not magically grow them, but it gives that healthy, lush, wet lash look people chase with expensive serums, and it softens the lashes so they hold a curl better the next day. Use the barest amount on a clean spoolie and keep it off the waterline. Over a few weeks of nightly use, lashes that had grown sparse and brittle from years of mascara genuinely look healthier and feel softer. Number 14. The manicure cleanup barrier. Before you paint your nails, swipe a little Vaseline on the skin around each nail. Any polish that strays sits on top of the Vaseline instead of staining the skin, so when you finish, you simply wipe the edges clean for a sharp, salon-looking line, with no remover-soaked cotton bud and no smudged cuticles. It is the cheap secret behind a tidy, at-home manicure. It also keeps the skin around the nail soft and hydrated while you work, so your hands look groomed the moment you are done. Number 15. Healing minor cuts and scrapes. This is one dermatologists wholeheartedly endorse, and it overturns what most of us were taught. Keeping a clean minor wound covered in Vaseline keeps it moist, and moist wounds heal faster and scar less than wounds you let dry into a hard scab. Clean the cut first, then seal it, and let your skin do the rest. This is also why it reduces scarring, because skin that heals in a moist, protected environment knits back more smoothly than skin left to crack and scab. Number 16, softening the look of fine lines overnight. Around the eyes and mouth, where the skin is thinnest and the first fine lines appear, sealing in moisture overnight plumps the skin so those lines look softer by morning. It will not erase a wrinkle, but well-hydrated skin always looks younger than dry skin, and this is the cheapest way to keep it hydrated. Pair it with a hydrating eye cream underneath for the strongest effect, and you have a luxury feeling under-eye treatment for almost nothing. Number 17, repairing rough, hardworking hands. A thick layer over the hands at night, sealed under cotton gloves, rescues dry, cracked, gardeners and winter hands while you sleep. And this one is quietly anti-aging because the backs of the hands thin, spot, and give away a woman's age faster than almost anywhere, and they are the spot nearly everyone forgets to care for. Do it consistently through the winter, and you protect the one area that tends to betray your age no matter how good your face looks. Number 18, a stain barrier for hair dye and self-tanner. A line of Vaseline along your hairline, around your ears, and at the edges of your face before you color your hair stops the dye from staining your skin. The same trick swiped over dry knuckles, knees, and ankles before self-tanner stops those rough spots from grabbing the color and turning blotchy and orange. It is the difference between a salon clean dye job and walking around for 3 days with a stained forehead and orange ankles. Number 19, making fragrance last longer. A dab of Vaseline on your pulse points before you spray your perfume gives the scent something to cling to, slowing the alcohol's evaporation, so it lasts far longer on your skin instead of vanishing by lunch. And for a scent trail that follows you, swipe a little behind your ears and at the nape of your neck before spraying, so the warmth of your skin releases the fragrance slowly all day. Women have used this fixative trick for decades, and it costs nothing extra. On dry skin especially, where fragrance fades fastest, this single step can double how long your favorite perfume lingers. Number 20, taming frizz and sealing split ends. The tiniest amount, warmed between your palms and smoothed only over the very ends of your hair and any flyaways, tames frizz and gives a polished finish. The whole secret is restraint. Use a barely there amount, because too much looks greasy, and you can always add a little more. Warm it fully between your palms first, so it spreads as a sheer film rather than a clump, and only ever touch the ends, never the roots. Number 21, a lip scrub. Mix a little Vaseline with a pinch of sugar and gently rub it over chapped lips to buff away the dead flaking skin, then wipe it off. You are left with smooth, soft lips and a thin conditioning layer already in place, and you have replicated a boutique lip scrub for a few cents. Do this once or twice a week, and your lip color and balm will go on smooth instead of catching on dry flakes. Number 22, soothing dry, irritated, eczema-prone skin. On patches of dry, irritated, flaking skin, a plain seal of Vaseline protects the compromised barrier and gives it the calm, sealed conditions it needs to recover without the fragrances and additives in many creams that quietly irritate sensitive skin further. Its simplicity is exactly why dermatologists reach for it on the most reactive skin. When a flare-up has your skin raw and stinging, the plainest seal is often kinder and more effective than anything with actives in it. Number 23, the earring helper. If your earrings have become a struggle to push through, pierced ears that have started to close a little, or studs that catch and sting, a dab of Vaseline on the post lets them glide right through and soothes the irritation at the same time. It is the gentlest way to get an earring back in without forcing it, and it keeps sensitive lobes from going sore and red. It is also handy when you are changing a tighter earring back, letting it slide on and off without pinching or tearing the lobe. Number 24, blister protection from new shoes. This is the old practical trick nobody talks about anymore. Before you wear a new pair of shoes or strappy heels, Rub a layer of Vaseline on your heels, your toes, and anywhere the shoe is likely to rub. It kills the friction that causes blisters before it starts, so you can break in stiff new shoes without leaving the house in agony. Generations of women slid into their Sunday shoes this exact way. Reapply if it is a very long day, and you can dance through an event in brand new heels you would otherwise never survive. And number 25, the glazed glow for photos and special occasions. A whisper of Vaseline patted over the high points of the body, the cheekbones, the collarbones, the tops of the shoulders, gives that healthy, dewy, glazed sheen that looks absolutely luminous in photographs and soft evening light. It is the quiet secret behind a great deal of that expensive-looking, lit-from-within glow on red carpets, and it came straight out of a $4 tub. Use it sparingly and only on the high points, because the effect is meant to look like healthy, dewy skin, not shine. Quick honesty on the few times not to reach for it, because using it wrong is the only way it disappoints. It seals, so only ever apply it to clean skin, never over a dirty face, or you trap whatever is under it against your skin. If your skin is very oily or acne-prone, keep it to the dry zones, lips, and fine lines rather than slathering it everywhere, because sealing oily skin can clog pores. Skip it on serious burns or deep wounds, which need a doctor. And buy the plain, fragrance-free, 100% petroleum jelly, because the generic tub right next to the blue one is very often the identical thing for half the price. Here is the real lesson under all 25. None of these faded because they stopped working. They faded because there is no profit in a $4 tub that does 30 jobs, when the industry can sell you a separate $15 product for your lips, your cuticles, your brows, your heels, and your glow. Each in beautiful packaging, each quietly promising to be the one thing the blue tub already did. Your grandmother was not behind the times. She had figured out with one cheap jar what the industry has spent 50 years selling back to you in expensive little pieces. The knowledge was never lost. It was simply made to feel old-fashioned, so that you would reach past the cheap jar for the costly one on the higher shelf. So tonight, before you buy anything new, find that blue tub and try just one of these, starting with the lips or the overnight slugging, because you will see the difference by morning. Tell me down in the comments which one your mother or grandmother swore by, and which you are trying first. If this is the kind of straight, money-saving talk you have been looking for, the Beauty Armor is where I keep it coming. One little jar, 25 jobs, sitting quietly on the bottom shelf the whole entire time.